Oh my god, everyone. Did you know that Walmart uses child labor? I'm never shopping there ever again. I certainly don't want to encourage this disgusting, immoral, greedy multinational corporation.
Well, shit. You're giving the Walton family no choice. What are they going to do now that Ashley Dumbfuckerson from down the street has taken the brave and morally impeccable decision to purchase her sliced cheese and maxi pads from Costco? They must be on their knees. Congratulations, you defeated all evil. I can think of very few groups of people more pathetic and irritating than naive activists with strong, misplaced principles and the unshakable belief that they can somehow affect the course of global current events. Here's what usually happens. Some news source or some other influential outlet popularizes some tragic reality happening somewhere to some group of people, or animals, in the world. Then, a bunch of morons, usually college students in their 20s, decide to take action, and they start some stupid trend whereby they're supposed to help the unfortunate sufferers. Then the trend catches on, and they try to use guilt tactics to get the rest of us to join. Air pollution is bad, so don't buy trucks. Buy shitty little economy cars, or better yet, take the bus. Sea turtles swallow plastic bags and die, so don't you dare use those. Use paper ones instead, or ones that you can keep and reuse over and over again. Don't buy clothes from that brand, they exploit little children in South America. Buy the more expensive variant from this oh-so-ethical local brand because they pay their employees a fair wage. There are two major premises in this philosophy that enrage the fuck out of me. First is the idea that I should give a shit about everything bad that happens in the world and shape my life around trying to prevent it. It's sad that somewhere in the world a bunch of kids are forced to make the clothes I purchase, but I've got my own fucking problems, and that price difference will help me pay my own bills or commodities. There will always be bad things going on in this world, and no individual should be made to feel personally responsible for humanity's shortcomings. I try to make the best of my own life, according to my own needs, with what's being offered to me. Am I supposed to do extensive research on every fucking item I see in a store and constantly punish myself, both financially and otherwise, lest I be indirectly contributing to some sort of injustice inflicted upon someone, somewhere? Am I supposed to sacrifice my own comfort and well-being for somebody else's, just because they happen to be less lucky at birth than I was? I'm sorry, but I was never given the mandate to protect the entire human population's rights, freedoms, and happiness, and I certainly will not inconvenience myself and go out of my way to make sure that each action that I undertake be the absolute epitome of moral excellence. And speaking of moral excellence, isn't it ironic how these crazy activists claim to be aiming for it, yet act in a completely immoral and disgusting fashion when faced with those who do not adhere to their ridiculous movements? You drink from straws? Don't you have a conscience? You might as well be murdering the planet, literally. Yes, my straw will be the end of a soul. This leads me to the second premise. These people actually believe that they can make a difference. Here's a golden rule I live by. If the sacrifice that you have to make in order to contribute to a cause is greater on the scale of your own person than the result of your contribution, don't make it. Here's a good example that illustrates my point. Bob makes $4,000 a month after taxes. A charity organization needs to collect $10 million from donations in order to build a specialized school for children with particular needs, and Bob's friends insist that he make a $500 donation to this organization. For Bob, $500 is not a negligible amount. It's 1/8 of his monthly income, and it's about all he's got after covering his various expenses. For the organization, though, it's virtually nothing. They most likely wouldn't even be able to purchase a classroom door with that money. So Bob will be giving away about 100% of his monthly profits for a barely noticeable contribution. That makes no sense. So how does this translate into activist mentality? Well, most vegans and vegetarians, for instance, refuse to consume meat or other animal products because they believe that their withdrawal from this particular market will bring it one step closer to its collapse. Here's the thing though. If you're one of those people, you're sacrificing a massive chunk of your entire lifestyle for that one step towards an objective situated 8,000 kilometers away. Your contribution is so minimal that it might as well not exist. But everyone knows that, so what's activists' reasoning? Well, yeah, but if everyone does what I do, then there will be some change, right? Oh, I see. So you're going to build your entire life on the hope that dozens, if not hundreds of millions of other people like you will also decide to do what you're doing. And even if they do, why not just let them make the fucking change and do what makes you happy? Kant said that moral behavior is such as can be made universal, but it only applies if one operates under the premise that individuals should give a shit about issues greater than themselves or their immediate surroundings. They shouldn't. You can't make a difference in the world. You can't make a difference in your country. You most likely can't even make a difference in your hometown. But you know where you can make a difference? In your own life and in the lives of your friends and family members. So how about you focus on a more accessible form of activism, and as Jordan Peterson says, clean your room, then maybe help your younger siblings clean theirs. Yeah, but who's gonna take care of the big issues? Those who are on that level will. Governments, multinational corporations, NGOs, and other global organizations, powerful billionaire philanthropists, CEOs, and other massive entities that have the resources required to deal with these issues. And if they can't or won't, then it's too bad. But it's never the individual's responsibility to take those matters into his or her own hands. Not more than it is the citizen's responsibility to usurp the police's role and track down mass murderers and pedophiles. So activists, I don't blame you for every school shooting because you chose to stay home and watch TV instead of volunteering as armed school guards. So please don't blame me for every Brazilian child who dies of exhaustion after making shoes similar to those I'm wearing, because I refuse to pay an extra $150 for that other, more ethically responsible brand.